Hey guys, Travis Gillespie, and the last video looked at displaying data using a bar graph. Now we're going to move on to using a histogram. And a histogram, well, it's the same thing as a bar graph, but it displays the frequency of data within equal intervals. So scrolling down here to get a fresh new page, let's actually just clean it up using my pen. Let's use a brush this time. Don't use the brush too often. Cool. So let's take a look at the data set. The problem says a book company surveyed 15 people to find out how many pages were in the last book that they read. And they want us to use the data to make a histogram. So these are the values that are given. 368, 368, 153, 27, 187, 240, 636, 98, and 114, 64, and 212. Oop. 302, 144, 76, and 195, and 200. I'm going to turn that into 195 right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this data up and put it into a frequency table. Okay. And again, I went ahead before and figured out how many I needed to make here. But, you know, the thing that you really need to do is look at the smallest number and the largest number in your data set and say, okay, well, what's this range that I'm going to be? How many different values I'm going to order at columns or rows do I need based on that data? Some pages, and we'll call this one the frequency. Well, I've got lots of numbers and a large variety. I've got some small numbers and some really large numbers, 27 all the way up to looks 363 here. So I'm going to need to break this up into intervals. So figuring out the intervals is actually a very important part of collecting data. So what's the smallest number? Looks like got 27 here. And what's the largest number? Again, it looks like that is going to be, I'm trying to find the biggest one. Oh, actually it's 636, not 363. 636 is the largest number. So let's break this up into intervals of 100. So this first set, I'm going to say, hey, this is worth 0 to 99 pages. This will be 100 to 199, 200, 299, 300, 399, and I don't have any in the 400 or 500. areas. So what I'm going to do is skip over them and just say this is going to be 600 to 699. And now I'm going to count all the values that occur between 0 and 99. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like I got 4 total here. And now between 100 and 199. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 200 to 299, it looks like 1, 2, 3. 300 is 1, 2. And for 600 to 699 is 1. So I'm going to take this information and put it onto a histogram. And first need to get my shape and actually make some titles here. Cool. And now my pencil. Okay, so the bottom is going to be labeled my pages. And label this obviously frequency. And I'm going to label the pages from here. So 0, obviously, to start. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Great. So we'll call this 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and finally 700. The most important thing about a histogram when you're making it is when you are, not only do you want it to be accurate, the values, but the other thing you want to do is to make sure that the bars are touching each other. But before I actually put the bars down, I've also got to put my color yellow back. Got to label the frequency. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cool. So now I get my bars ready to go. Again, the most important thing is that there are no spaces between the bars. So this first value, the number of pages between the frequency between 0 and 100 is 4. Put up the 4 there. Yeah, just fixed it. Just drag out my edges. Cool. So now I got my next shape. Get a new color out too. Let me just fill that in real quick. My next shape, new color. And this value between 100 to 200 pages was 5. So 5 pages were read here. All right, and between 200 and 300 pages, there were 3 pages read. or not 3 pages, the frequency was 3. Between, that color's not going to come out too well. I'm going to go to a dark green here. So between 300 and 400, again, guys, there were nobody read between 300 and 400. No, I take that back. 300 and 400, 300 to 399, we had two people. So throw that shape down. 2 people. And then the next set of values, 400 to 500, should be empty. And it is. There's nobody between 400 and 500. In fact, nobody between 500 and 600. So I'm going to skip over those values. And my last set of data, I'm choosing different colors for each bar here. My last set will be between 600 and 700. And that was only one person, which is right about here. Well, this histogram is starting to make great sense, and it might even be better than the frequency table because I can see the most popular or common range for the values of the pages that were read, and also how it tapers down from there. So again, making meaning of data by visualization, in this case, making a histogram.